So many misconceptions and farly out of line opinions on what enlightenment truly entails. Now let's think how many people would think that if someone was truly enlightened, they'd be this super radiant, beautiful, absolutely healthy in every aspect kind of person. Well, I'm sorry to say, but those things of the physical world are not priority when you become enlightened. You're not just worried about how you look and feel. The truth is the truth, independent of your physical world appearance and body. Of course, you're going to have certain things that you do in your day-to-day life. But being a radiant, glowing, skin of great complexion kind of individual is not something that's going to matter to someone who actually cares about what's going on in nature. When people really try to understand that, they have to see that we are all, in some form or other, wrong when we start out. At least when we have our own conscious thoughts that we can take in and analyze and then make decisions upon, we are all wrong because we're misled. Whether it's on purpose or by accident from our loved ones or from our what we would refer to as enemies. Now, the material world is not the important thing here. It is important for us to have this stage in order for us to live these lives. Yes, but it's not important to the point where you've got to have all these possessions. Now, there's people who are so far out of line that they mean well and they want to do good things for other people, but they still have all these things that they need to work out of themselves that they're not ready to let go of. Let's say a person who's interested in fast cars and doing this and doing that, wants a Lamborghini and wants a nice car that they can fly down the road in. Is that natural? Do you think nature enjoys that? Do you think every other animal or every other creature that there is, other than human beings, gives a damn if you have a nice car that roars down the street, cranking out loud noises and things that scare every other thing besides human beings? Of course not. That is a selfish, egotistical thing. Now, you can be the nicest person and say all the funnest stuff and make people laugh, but that doesn't mean anything. It's immoral to think that your possessions that you can acquire are something that you have the right to have. No, you're actually here to see that you don't need any of those things. Of course, we all have heard the saying that you don't take anything with you when you die, but you do. It just isn't a physical thing. It's all of the spiritual things that this one moment of now has added up to. And everything you've ever done and everything that has ever been done and will be done becomes known to you depending on how open, aware, and conscious you are at the time of death. Because each death cycle is different. It's almost like the ending of each story. The plot can twist, the story can change, and it does, based on what you do during each individual lifetime. I know these things are hard to put into words because I've been trying for a long time. So I'm trying to say it in a way where people can at least get the gist of where this all begins when you start your own personal quest of understanding. There is no need to save up money and do all these things on the more divine aspect. Now, in this world that makes it a requirement to have money to get people to cooperate, I understand that people say, well, you need to here. Come back to reality. That's not reality. That's a false paradigm that we're living under. It's a false enforced structure that keeps us at the whim of other people who control us through those kinds of manipulation. And until people face it and take the hard and extremely difficult steps that it takes in order to break free of those mental bindings, we're not going to go anywhere. We're just going to keep saving up money to try to get stuff for ourselves. And we don't need that. We need togetherness of individuals who are living, not materials that make a person feel good. Because at one level, you've got to learn how to feel good, but without things. And until you can slowly remove those things that you have as material possessions and still feel better about what's going on here and still understand who you are inside at a deeper point, those things are just going to keep you tied to the illusion that we call this physical world. Of course, it's got so many great opportunities. But if we're just manipulating the world around us in order for us each individually to have what we want, we're destroying it, and we're not putting deeper thought into what we're contributing to and what we're causing. Please look into yourself and listen to what I'm saying. And by all means, like I've said a billion times, reach out, message me, email me, contact me however you can. I'm here for you. God's love operates inside and outside me, and it is in my heart, directed towards every person, everything, every molecule in this universe, because I understand it, and I am with it. I love it, I love you, and God bless.